Hi guys, it's Mrs. Millison. Okay, the next part in our lesson with special triangles is why are we learning about special triangles and the way their sides are related to each other? Because when we go through trigonometry, we're going to be asked or we're going to have to know things like the sine, cosine, and tangent of 45, 30, and 60 very quickly. We're going to see them in equations. We're going to see them in lots of different things throughout trigonometry. So we have to be able to get these values very fast, and we can use our special triangles to get them. Okay, so I'm going to do the 45, 45, 90 first. Okay, so we want to be able to know the sine of 45, the cosine of 45, and the tangent of 45 very quickly. Okay, now if I draw my triangle, and of course nothing's drawn to scale, these are my 45 degrees. I know my sides are x and x, and my hypotenuse is x root 2. Well, I want to put numbers in there. Ooh, that's not a very good 45, 45, but whatever. Okay, what's the easiest x I can use? I can't use 0 because I can't have a length of 0. So I'm going to use 1. So if these are both 1, I know my hypotenuse is going to be 1 root 2, which is just root 2. So now I can take this triangle with some values in it, and I can take either one of my 45s, it doesn't matter, and I'm going to find the sine, cos, and tan of 45 degrees using SOHCAHTOA. Okay, so I'll use this one. So sine, opposite over hypotenuse, so 1 over root 2. Now, of course, I have to rationalize. So that would be root 2 over 2. Okay, cosine of 45 is adjacent over hypotenuse, so 1 over root 2. Well, that looks exactly the same, right? So I know that's going to be root 2 over 2. And then tangent of 45 is opposite over adjacent. Well, 1 over 1 is just 1. Okay, now it doesn't matter what triangle you use or what side you have for your lengths, as long as it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle, your sine, cos, and tangent of 45 are always going to be the same. Okay, let's look at one that you had from your exercises a day ago. Okay, number 3, the triangle looked like this. Let's see, we had root 3 as our legs and root 6. I can't remember which one you had to find. Okay, so we're going to do the sine, cosine, and tangent of 45 degrees based on this triangle. And you'll see that it should be the same thing. Okay, and again, doesn't matter which 45 I choose. I'm going to choose this one. So for sine, opposite over hypotenuse. So root 3 over root 6. Now, of course, I have to rationalize. Oops. Let's see, that's root 18 over 6. Let's see, 18's 9 and 2, and 3 and 3. So I have a pair of 3's. So that's 3 root 2 over 6. And then, of course, 3 and 6 can both be divided by 3. So I get root 2 over 2. Okay? I knew I was going to get that. It doesn't matter what the sides are. As long as it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle, all this will work out. Okay, cos of 45 is adjacent over hypotenuse. Adjacent over hypotenuse, well, that's the same thing. I'm not going to do all that work again. No need to do that, okay? And then tangent of 45, opposite over adjacent. Well, same thing on top, same thing on the bottom. That equals 1. So no matter what triangle you have, no matter what the sides are, as long as it's a 45, 45, 90 triangle, the sine of 45 is always root 2 over 2. The cosine of 45 is always root 2 over 2. And the tangent of 45 is always 1. Okay? All right, let's do the same thing with a 30, 60, 90. Okay. Well, we know... Ooh, my degrees look like a little 6. Let me move this up. Okay, so we know, let's see, our basic 30, 60, 90 triangle. Opposite 30 is x, opposite 60 is x root 3, and the hypotenuse is 2x. Well, again, I'm going to pick some easy numbers for x, and I always like 1. That's an easy number for x. So 2 times 1 is just going to be 2. 1 root 3 is just root 3. So I'm going to use this triangle, okay? Let's do the sine and cos and tan of 30 degrees first. Okay, we'll do 30 degrees first. So here's my 30 degrees. So using SOHCAHTOA, I'll write SOHCAHTOA down again. Sine of 30 is opposite over hypotenuse, 1 over 2. Cosine of 30 is root 3 over 2. Okay, so far so good. I haven't had to simplify anything or rationalize. And then tangent of 30